Dear students, today we're going to talk about the plural form of nouns, its exceptions, as well as how irregular nouns become plural. So let's get started. To form the plural in nouns, you need to add an S or an ES to the end of the singular form of the noun. For example, the word photograph becomes photographs. Now that we understand how regular nouns form the plural, let's take a look at the exceptions. The first one is for nouns that end in S, Z, CH, SH, or X. To form the plural, you need to add an ES to the end of the word. For example, compass becomes compasses. Buzz becomes buzzes. Dish becomes dishes. Tax becomes taxes. And finally, patch becomes patches. The second exception is for nouns that the Y is preceded by a vowel. To form the plural, you need to add an S to the end of the word. For example, delay becomes delays. On the other hand, if the Y is preceded by a consonant, then the Y changes to an I, and then we add an ES to the end of the word. For example, city becomes cities. The third exception is for nouns ending in F or EF, change the F or EF to a V and add an ES to the end of the word. For example, knife becomes knives. But for a few nouns such as roof, chief, belief, simply add an S and they become roofs, chiefs, and beliefs. And finally, the fourth exception. For nouns ending in O, add an S to the end of the word if the O is preceded by a vowel. For example, radio becomes radios. Now, let's take a look at how irregular nouns work. Irregular plural nouns have no rules. Here are a few examples. Man becomes men. Louse becomes lice. Goose becomes geese. Foot becomes feet. Child becomes children. Person becomes people. Woman becomes women. Tooth becomes teeth. Ox becomes oxen. And mouse becomes mice. On the other hand, a few nouns use the same for both singular and plural. Let's take a look at a few examples. Trout, swine, species, sheep, moose, and deer. I hope this lesson helped you to better understand how we form regular and irregular plural nouns and their exceptions. Thank you for watching.